As Nigeria prepares to mark its centenary anniversary since the amalgamation in 1914, a group of ethnic nationalities is arguing that Nigeria will not legally qualify to be called a country from midnight December 31st, 2013. The Movement for New Nigeria (MNN) is of the view that the lifespan of the amalgamation treaty would have expired and ethnic nationalities will be free to declare self-autonomy. The group called this press conference in Lagos, where it marshaled its argument, saying it supports the proposed national conference of the federal government as an opportunity to discuss the future of the country.
Today, 30th December, is about 24 hours to 31st December 2013, which will be the full cycle of the 100 years lifespan of the amalgamation of Nigeria in 1914. And we have come to inform the world, when I say we, the ethnic nationalities, as you saw represented here, have come to inform the world what their joint decisions are concerning their portion of Nigeria that is no more. Because technically Nigeria is dead, legally Nigeria is dead. It's only here because they're only going to tolerate it a short time longer because Mr. President has already called a meeting. If that meeting had not been called before now, I can assure you that it will be impossible for anybody to govern the union, just like that, as they thought they could do.
President Jonathan gave everybody an opportunity to talk about how this country can continue, and they are just calling him names unjustly. And that opportunity that he has given them, they better make use of it, because if they don't, instead of ending it, which is not the intention, peacefully, we might end it in war. And it's an opportunity that everybody should jump at.
For about 15-20 years now, we've all been agitating for a new constitution, a proper constitution that will allow us to be federating units, that will allow each unit to develop at its own pace, that nobody is being pulled back to accommodate another person, another unit. For example, a lot of our children, we send them to school, they graduate, they do youth corps, there's no work. We now have to encourage an architect to become a carpenter, to become a painter. A lawyer now sells clothes, a lawyer now does hair, which is unfair. After all the stress they've gone through in the university, they could have they could have done all that thing first time. Then even sending them to youth corps in all these northern places, you see what happens to them. So we've been agitating for a long time for a new way to set up Nigeria, either to set up a proper republic where each unit will be independent, or we balkanize and break up.
Reacting to the open letter by former President Olusegun Obasanjo to President Goodluck Jonathan, the MNN says Obasanjo had no moral backing to write such a letter to the president, accusing the former president of being grossly guilty of all the allegations contained in his letter. On President Jonathan's response to the letter, this is what the president of MNN had to say.
I personally think that Jonathan's reply was a mistake, in the sense that he should have ignored Obasanjo for the bloody nuisance, forgive my French, that he is.
The national conference is due to hold sometime next year. The group says it will be going to the conference to push its position. Whether it will be able to secure the buy-in of other groups that will be attending the conference remains a big question. Endurance Akuru, TV 360, Lagos.